We marched. We couldn't get into Elbing because Elbing was all bombed out. You couldn't get a bicycle through there. And so some families were pulled out of that crowd. Among was my mother with her children. And they had to clear the streets. It got dark, and they put us into a building that was bombed out. And we stayed in that bombed out building overnight. And it was a night that I never forget. There was a screaming, there was a crashing, there was anything you could only imagine in hell. This was a bombed out building, had no doors, no windows, nothing. And my mother said, "Lay down, be quiet." Not me. That protocol was not for me. I had a reputation for being rebellious. So I looked outside, and the only thing you always saw was the Russians, and they were very drunk. And they didn't flirt with the Germans. None of that. They grabbed him, raped him, and abused him. Do you want to know what they did to the man? No man had a chance to survive. They didn't shoot him. They wasn't going to use a bullet on him. They beat him to death, took him to a place where they were beaten to death, and you could just hear him scream and holler. But death was the destination. And they had no reputation for being merciful or decent. Sometimes they talked about a International Red Cross or something, but not for them. There was no rules for them. My mother was taken by day and by night. Took her to a center where they just raped her by the numbers. Some women said, "Don't do that. I have a VD." Or anyway, what do you call it? STD or whatever. A venereal disease. So what did the Russians do? They gave him a free bullet. And life was over. He said, "You're not going to spread that amongst us."